It's a light to some people who don't even know it yet. So that's why we want to keep it on the air. When I was 4 years old, I had been through child abuse in foster homes and things a little boy should never have to go through. My daddy was a city bus driver in Detroit, Michigan, and he would pick up a dancer from a bar every night on his bus route and carry her home. And over a few weeks, they hit it off pretty good. And my daddy felt like he didn't love my mom anymore, and he found this new girl that he loved, and they hit it off real well and decided they were going to take off and go to California together. We lived in Detroit, Michigan. So that's what they did. My daddy took the last money out of our checking account and bought him and the dancer a plane ticket, boarded a plane at the Detroit International Airport, and flew off to California to live a life of whatever it is you live in California. Well, you know what happened over a period of time. The money ran out, the excitement wore off, and there stood my daddy standing in California wondering, what in the world am I going to do? Called my mama on the phone. My mama said, well, you can come home, but I don't have no money to send you. You have to find your own way. So my daddy walked into the church there in Los Angeles and sat across the desk from the preacher there, and he told the preacher what he had done. And the preacher, without a second thought, reached in his pocket, grabbed some money, handed it to my daddy. He said, go out to the curb, get you a cab, go to the airport, buy you a plane ticket, and go home.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this story until my daddy passed away in 1998. I didn't know this about a year ago. My mom was digging through the closet and found a little envelope. My daddy had written out his testimony before he died, and we didn't know it.
Wow.
And I was reading that here a few months ago, and I thought to myself, you know, that's just like God. You might be listening tonight, you might think to yourself, boy, it would be nice to go back to where I once was. Maybe you've been saved before, been in church before, but you've been hurt. Somebody kicked you around, somebody said something to you, and you just didn't much appreciate it, so off you walked away. You keep walking, and you keep walking, and you keep walking, and you keep walking. I don't want none of that, don't want no part of that, don't want any part of God or what He's got for me, just leave me alone. And you're still walking tonight. You're walking farther and farther and farther away, till finally, you begin to see just how far away you are. And you say to yourself, well, there's no hope for me. There's no hope for me at all. God surely can't do nothing for me now. I've done so much and messed my life up so bad and walked so far away that there's nothing He can do for me now. But I believe if you'll turn around right where you're at, no matter how far away you feel you are, you'll find God is standing right behind you.
It's true.
He has walked every step of the way with you and never left your back. And tonight He's reaching out His arm to you, reaches out His hand, He's grabbed your hand, and He says, come on, let's go on. I believe that.
It's true.
You might be sitting with a bottle of beer in your hand, you might be driving down the road with tears coming down your face because you don't know how you're going to get yourself out of this situation. Stop what you're doing, bow your head, and ask God to come into your life. He loves you with all of His heart. He loved you so much He sent His only Son to die for you. And no matter how far away you feel you are, you're never too far to come home.
That's right.
It was love at first sight, or that's what he thought. Daddy's got a new life with that ticket he bought, leaving us all alone. Finally broke his heart, so he picked up the phone, said, give me a new start. We said, your road's been so long, and you're all alone. This new place you've been made you homesick again. No matter how long it takes, or wherever you are, you're never too far. Come home. heard the call. It was down at the altar I saw Daddy's tears fall. He was down on his knees. Forgive me, he prayed, with his family all home. Daddy heard his father say, he said, "You're old and strong, and you're all alone. Each new place you've been made you homesick again. No matter